I've played FPS games for 15 years, and I've hit Voltaic Masters twice. In this short video, I'm going to tell you how I've been warming up for the last 3 years, and the last map that I do in my routine is what is most responsible for my overall in-game improvement, so stick around for that. But before I can just tell you what it is, why should we do a warm-up routine? What's the point? I always found that doing a warm-up routine, I think it really helped me a lot with my consistency. A lot of people talk about, I'm inconsistent, I can't do this, I can't do that, or some days I'm really good. But we have no consistency in the way we play. We play at different times, we warm up differently, we do things at random, and then we expect to be very consistent, which, in my head, it doesn't really work like that. So I try to make sure that I have a very consistent routine, or just something that I know works. And it took me years to figure out the maps that I use, and it's only 3 maps, so I kept it really simple. Because for a warm-up, you don't want to burn yourself out. You don't want to sit there, I gotta do this one, I gotta do that one. By the time you're done, you've done 30 maps, and then you're sick of it, you know what I mean? So instead of that, I focused on doing it very short, very compact. Also, it really helped me because if I do it every single day, I found that it would improve my aim. My scores would go up, or I would just, in general, just get better. So it's supplemented as practice as well as a warm-up. Now, for the first map, and by the way, these are going to be on Aimlabs and Kovacs, the first map is Smooth Your Wrist. This map I use purely to warm up my wrist. If you've watched any of my videos before, you may know that I used to have wrist problems. My wrist would pop, it would crack, it would jump almost. It looks like I was like staggering to aim. And this was a really big problem for me. But this map single-handedly fixed that for me, and every time I see improvement in the scores on this map, I can almost feel an improvement on my wrist. Now, on top of this, I use a second map called Anti-Centering. This one I use to warm up my arm, because you usually have to make farther movements with this map, because it's a lot more movement for the ball, or for I guess your character. And this would help me warm up my arm, and it would get me used to making very long, far movements. And then the final map. This map is what I've given to many of my friends, and they've actually all said, yeah, bro, this really works, especially people that play TAC FPS games, or in general play very precise games. They've all loved this map, because this map really focuses on, you have to be very precise, and you have to be very deliberate on the way you aim. You need to focus on what you're doing and how you're doing it, and you really have to make sure that your crosshair and your target line up, because the targets are so small on this map that it's impossible to play if you're just autopiloting. And autopiloting is a big issue for most people. Most people don't realize how much they autopilot. But this map makes you really focus on where your crosshair is and being aware of it, because a lot of people, they'll target somebody, but they'll flick at them and they won't micro adjust because they're like, close enough. And they'll just shoot. And that's a really big issue that many players have, and this map has fixed it for me. The map is Hipfire Extra Small. This map is amazing. The reason why is the targets are so small and they're so compact that you need to be paying attention the whole time. You need to sit there and say, well, my crosshair is just as big as this target, so I really have to make sure they're on target. And it forces you into good habits. So when you're playing this map, make sure that you have close to, if not 100% accuracy, and you'll see as your scores keep climbing every day. But now that you know how I warm up, check out this video where I teach you everything I've learned in my 15 years. And if you're interested, I do coaching now, so check out the link in the description. Have a good one, everyone. God bless you.